Welcome back. My name is Wix and we are right now in Palmetto Zoo. Today we are gonna make a souvenir shop with the new update that just arrived in Planet Zoo. This is the one with modular shopping. So let's get right into it and check it out. All right, everyone, welcome back to Palmetto Zoo. Yes, we are indeed doing a souvenir shop today. More likely like a good cash grabbing shop, you know, that you always need one of those to sell a little bit extra in those parks, zoos, etc. So we are jumping straight into the new update that we got that includes this awesome modular shop thing. And if you haven't seen my review on the whole concept of how this shop works, you should totally go in and do it while I explain it a bit. Otherwise, you can just listen one more time because I will enlighten you just in a quick thing on how this works. So as you can see here now, I'm placing a lot of these shelves and all that stuff here around all these displays on this specific floor that is basically the whole souvenir shop. It's like a little modular square you put in, like the exhibit kind of works, but then you kind of like have to connect it to a path, and therefore the guest will therefore interact with your shop. They will walk around and all that stuff, as you saw quick in the cinematics and as you will see at the end of this video. So it is incredibly fun, first of all, to build this sort of shop here and actually have the guest interact with it, because literally that is what we have been asking for since Planet Coaster days, literally. So getting it now in Planet Zoo and see how it actually works and how it can work, it's just so freaking cool, man. Like I had so much fun building this souvenir shop. Like it was a lot of ideas popped into my head all the time because it was so new and you kind of like wanted to see what can I do and like just kind of like explore this whole concept a bit. And it really took me to like this sort of literally felt like I was playing The Sims almost in a sense, because I had all these new pieces to work with, and it's just so nice, man. Like I think Frontier really did us a solid here and added this into the game. And I don't care how late it came into the game, it is in the game now and it's perfect. Like it's so good. So I wanted to build, first of all, a shop here in Palmetto Zoo, as I told you guys about. Like the right side is going to be the entrance where we have the information disc and all. And then here on the left, when you kind of like exiting the zoo, I wanted to build this sort of souvenir shop. So when I saw the update last week and I saw that this was going to happen, I was like, I gotta build this as like a little early access build for Palmetto Zoo. So I think it's super cool to have this in here and like kind of like evolve through this with these whole new pieces and etc. that we got. And yeah, I was just enjoying it. I was having a lot of fun. You'll see a lot of trial and errors. I did cut out obviously a lot of things that really didn't work as like finding the right piece and stuff. But you will also see kind of like how some things work and all that stuff in this speed build here. So on the second, on the first wall here, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Like I was mainly just going into it and trying to like just add a few things. And since I am doing like this Floridian sort of zoo, I can do like a little beach sort of vibe, you know, like, and have like all this super nice tropical vibe as I spoke to you guys about before. And I'm also gonna have like a whole like a little, like it's gonna be near the coast, right? So I'm gonna have a little beachway with like some cool houses and stuff too, being like the backdrop of the whole zoo. So I feel like having this sort of environment and like building like this little feeling like almost like with the whole Oceana pack as I'm using here the walls, and like feels like you are on like a tropical kind of island, right? And you go into like a cool beach shop, and that's kind of like the vibe I wanted to add in here. And it really works well with all these pieces and all that stuff. So here you can see I am experimenting. Also what I mentioned is that I'm trying to see if you can cover up these displays and still have it working in a way, you know, and you can, but obviously it's gonna clip through everything, especially when you hang on stuff on top of this as well. as I mentioned to you guys, like I didn't really know yet exactly how all these things work, so it was mainly just building along and figuring out like that. So that's kind of like what I'm doing. Putting in some bamboo here because I feel like it really adds to it, especially with the whole like tropical beach vibe in this store. And then I'm adding these t-shirts and tote bag holders that I think really does the job here. Like, it's so cool that you can kind of hide them behind the shop or the walls, and and just use these as normal hangers. So it took a little bit of time to kind of like get it perfectly placed in and kind of like see how it would work and stuff. But in general, I'm really happy for the end result here of how this turned out. You can see it's a little bit of clipping that I kind of wanted to change, so I kind of did here. And then afterwards, I'm using the singular pieces that we also have to kind of like put in a little bit of extra, so it feels like that they're selling more stuff here. So it's just so much fun, and I can't wait for you guys to get to this too and kind of like see what you guys build with this stuff here, because it's really fun. It's really fun to do interiors now, because it's the whole thing about building all these small details, all these small clutter pieces, all these small merchandises that a lot of people have done through this last 2 years in Planet Zoo, right? But now we just have them on a freaking display here, and we can just choose whatever we want on them. And it's super cool, and I can see them even update this function, like where they like, even in like an update, you now have a whole new stuff you can place into your zoos, right? All these displays, like who says they won't make new caps or other mugs or maybe even other masks or etc., or maybe even come up with another toy or merchandise they can sell in the shop. So I see a lot of potential with this thing here just added into the game. I think we're in for some good things still for Planet Zoo. Like, I can't believe we're still saying that after so many years, but they just keep on winging it, man. Like, it's awesome. It is really awesome. But I am mainly just going quite like, you know, beach way with this sort of build here, the interior inside, and I really enjoy it later on. I do, because then I figure out more stuff I can add into it, and like as long as I add a lot more counter and displays, everything just warms up nicely, and it just feels like an actual authentic shop at the end here. And that's kind of like the vibe I want to. I don't know if you can see like the little window we have in the back of what I'm building right now. This shop actually has a little window into a keeper's little hut, so you'll be able to kind of like take a look and like look at what the keeper are doing directly from the shop, which I think is a kind of a cool thing, honestly. I mean, that's kind of a cool feature to add into this little shop here, so there's a little bit more interaction for the people. So I thought that was kind of cool. You will eventually see what I'm talking about when we get into it further on. But mainly here, I was just trying to do the thing and trying to fix up all the walls I have here and just making it all look nice. And it works very well like that too. And yeah, I obviously forgot to color some of them, so I'm just taking a lot of them here and doing that now. And you don't really have to. That's what I saw too. It doesn't seem like wherever you build, the guest will find a way to walk. So if you like build it very tight in there in your shop, they will eventually just spawn there, or they will just walk over there and then disappear again where you connected the shop to the path. So you don't really have to worry about like having too many things, at least what I've experienced so far. So that's a plus. That's a really plus, as I say. They really did good with this. But yeah, in any case, let's go back to a little bit what I'm doing here. As you can see, I'm just trying to give it a lot of different wood pieces here, trying to like mix some textures with each other. You can see the Australian pack with the Indonesian. I'm using some African stuff, a little bit of bamboo. I'm just trying to add everything in here that kind of works together well as a tropical kind of beach vibe, you know, and I think it works very well here. I had a little bit of trouble with the pathing here, but eventually, with a lot of tears and screaming, no, I'm kidding, I eventually got to a point where it worked well to just do it like that. So that's also why I'm kind of like skipping it, because I built the tiles on top of here, so I couldn't obviously connect a path, because you have to connect the path to the little black sign you can see in the center of the modular shop there. So I was kind of like, wait, why can I not connect the path? But then obviously it was because I have extended it with another tile. So you just have to use the normal ones for this. But it's all a learning curve, honestly. But take this in consideration that it took me a little bit of time to figuring out the whole vibe of it. But if you guys would like a slow tutorial in a way of this new feature, also let me know down below, because I would be more than happy to show you guys how it's done. Or you can also check the review video where I give you guys a little few tips about it. But yeah, I was really having this sort of cool plan about this shop, right? And also how the exterior from when you enter the whole entrance to this, how was this gonna be? How was this gonna change the vibe? And it honestly didn't. It just added so much nicer things to the whole thing, make it look more finished in a way. And here we are seeing what you saw me talk about, like this whole little keeper window here, where you can kind of like check out him making food for all the animals in the zoo. And I thought that was kind of a cool feature. Sorry. But adding up just a lot of clutter pieces here, just trying to give it, as I said, this authenticness. And it really works well the more I add, as I say. Here I felt it would be cool to kind of like make a circular module stand. So I kind of like did that here, and I was just trying out again and see what can I do, because you can add literally on each of these platforms here, right, as you can see. So I thought it would be cool with some masks there, and then we added some mugs on this side here, and then in the end we kind of like add some mask or some statues, and it just works, man. Like it's just so freaking cool to be able to do this. I am super stoked about this update, about this DLC that Frontier has made for us here, and yeah, it's awesome. Putting in some posters here on this little pallet here, like I felt that would be kind of cool too, to add like some pallets in the background, kind of like give it this expedition kind of like too, you know. We put in some crates and really filling it up here with some good things. Here I'm adding in, this was literally just like a trial and error. I was like, how would it look if I did this? Because I've seen this like in other shops in zoos and stuff, like where they try to like imitate nature inside and like try to get in some environmental stuff. And I really love that. So I was like, why don't we try do that too here? And I kind of low-key loved it. So I was like, let's keep that and let's see what else we can do to add to the ceiling here, because we definitely needed a little bit of extra stuff to the ceiling to make it more interesting. So that's kind of like also what I'm doing here. Kind of like closing it off a bit, so it's like not completely all wood, but just making it look super nice at least, so it doesn't look like the building is falling down. Giving it some nice realistic touches here with some support beams and stuff too. And then underneath this specific section, I'm gonna hang tons of t-shirts and just go with the flow, you know, like, because that's what it's all about. And you can see here just adding this specific stand here that is for the tote bags and the t-shirts. And then I'm already adding so I don't get like this kind of duplicate kind of thing. But you can see there's still some repetitive stuff in it, but it's mainly because we have like 6 t-shirts, right? So it works very well in any case of like that though. So here I figured out I couldn't really have the t-shirt, and I didn't want to stack them myself. So I just went in and I did this kind of thing too, where I used the smaller ones, and then it kind of works like that too, to just have them stacked like this, because I didn't want to do it individually. That would take too much time, and I was in a little bit of I just wanted to finish this for you guys, so you can kind of see what the whole purpose is with this shop thing here. And it's game changing. It's definitely game changing. Let me know down below what you guys think, and what kind of shop are you gonna try build, like style. Let me hear too. And if you also want to join my Discord, you are more than welcome to. Links are down in the description. I might also give out on my stream very soon with this new DLC as well. So if that has any interest, you should come by, join us. So as you can see here, it's really trying to make this look super nice, adding even some lights in the ceiling here, so we can get some nice lights onto these t-shirts if it's going to be a little bit darker at night. And it also works very well. I just added a little too many, so I deleted a few. But you can see slowly this whole area is really starting to look nice. It's really starting to actually feel like a shop. And that's what I'm meaning. Like it's just so nice when everything just works together, and especially when you're improvising a lot and just trying to add a few pieces here and there. And just, as I've said a million times before, don't overthink it sometimes. Just go for it, man. Just like see where it takes you. The only thing you can do is just delete it again if you don't feel like it. But never hesitate, because in the start everything doesn't look like it. You have to build like at least an hour or two to feel like something is happening, and just keep on having that positive mind when you do that, because that's literally what it's all about. So as you can see here, trying to add a few umbrellas myself individually here in this little clutter piece here, and it works. Again, like trying out things, not taking it too harsh to think about, and just adding it and see where it takes me. And already here too, as soon as I added this, it just gave me so many other ideas to what I can do to make this area so much better too. And also with all the new pieces we got, I am also kind of happy that this new DLC didn't involve so many new pieces. Don't get me wrong, but I'm still literally learning the last 2 scenery packs. And I'm really trying to get more involved with them, so they can I can use them in more of my builds and stuff. And in this case, I really get a good chance for it to do with the Oceania pack in this specific build here. And just in general in this total zoo here in Palmetto Zoo, which I'm very much excited for, because I really like to get I like to have a bigger building brain in that way of knowing a lot more of the pieces, because that makes the whole process so much easier. That's why in Planet Coaster I literally know all the pieces now, and that's why I want to go with Planet Zoo too eventually, So that's kind of like where we at. So I'm trying to get started on some of the previous packs, so we can get more involved with them. And that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of happy we get a little break now, and we just get like souvenir stuff to focus on. It's just a nice breather for a sec, right? So yeah, it's really nice. So as you can see here, adding a little bit more extra thing here too. I thought it would be cool to add some roping here, some netting, and then just incorporate as many things as I can as possible again. And as soon as I also did that, I was just like, I need to do this. This looks perfect for this sort of shop, right? And you can see slowly in the background, things are starting to look a lot better and make more sense. And I didn't focus so much on the front of the shop. We will get there eventually, so it'll just be like a little bit dulled a little bit now, like nothing too impressive. But we will eventually add like a big cool sign and all that stuff. Maybe even some posters of our own from Palmetto Zoo hanging around there too. So it's still like, we're still pretty new in this zoo. We only have like a few animals, and I'm also working on a Wolverine habitat, which I'm very excited to show you guys, which is going to be like the northern wilderness area in Palmetto Zoo. So we might as well just get it all like really just get it all in there, so we kind of like have different areas we can focus on, and also for others to kind of like when they have to help out, that they kind of like have a sort of idea on what we're doing and what we're not doing, So, but yeah, I'm very happy for Frontier to that they gave me this little early access, so I could get in. So I could get in here and build a little shop, so you guys can kind of see what it is with this new pack. And I am absolutely loving it, friends. Adding more wood pieces here, like the tree stump here, and then trying to add in some bunting too, so we get a little bit of that nice feeling inside here as well. And everything just works, man. Like it's just nice to have this sort of environment going on inside your shop. And then of course a few ceiling fans, we gotta have them, because it's Florida, it's freaking hot here, and people like to be cooled down in the shops, so that is obviously a thing we need. And besides that, we're just slowly adding the last bits here and there, friends. Just trying to figure out what we need and what we don't need. And then we're pretty much done, yeah. I mean, it was a struggle to figuring out the whole thing first, but as soon as you kind of like got the groove of it, it worked very well. You have to do a few trial and errors, especially if you want to cover up the displays like you've seen me do. Like you kind of like have to figure out where does it look good and where does it like not work. And but it's trial and error progress, but you all get there, so no need to worry about that. I'm super excited though to present this little interior work for you guys. And as I said, if you want to see a tutorial about like some interior stuff and about how this whole thing works, let me know in the comments down below, because I can see myself being pretty good of building like interiors in this sort of style for the further on we go into the game, because I've always been a huge fan of building interiors. And now when we actually have all these like super cool clutter pieces and modular displays, I think we're looking on something good, guys. It's awesome. So you can see the little window here. I unfortunately didn't record it, but at the window I put up like this little sign that says take a look, and then a little magnifying glass and stuff, so like it'll interest people to go over there and take a look. But you'll see it in the cinematics, obviously. But at the end here, we're just adding a little few pieces of clutter, making it all look super nice and adventurous. And you know, like I really like how this shop looks, and it would pretty much how I see a lot of shops looking, especially Zoo Tampa, where I've been a few times now. Really have like some cool interiors for their shops, and also Busch Gardens in that way. So I'm definitely taking a little bit of inspiration from some of those areas. But yeah, just using these big clutter pieces again on the wall here, it just works, honestly. And adding in some rope in the ceiling, because why not? Right? Why not? But this is pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoy my rant here, which it doesn't happen so much, does it? But it's because I'm very hyped of this, and I feel very honored to be able to show you guys this in early access. So yeah, I hope all of you have an amazing day. I hope you get the DLC as soon as it's out, and let me hear what you guys think of this build in general. And yeah, I'm very curious to hear what you people think about this. And join the Discord if you want to be part of something cool. Here at the end, I am just adding a little monitor and just doing a little bit of last things. And then we are gonna move over to the cinematics that will have a lot more videos with the interaction of guests. So guys, take care, have an amazing day, and I will see you in my next video. All right, take care, everyone. Bye bye.